All right, everyone. In this video, what I wanted to do is do a breakdown of the new event shop that we have in Lost Ark and kind of go through what the best deals are going to be and what stuff you want to prioritize first. Now, it's very overwhelming. We've got a whole bunch of stuff in Lost Ark that just came out today because it's patch day, new raid, new content, new event, and new event shop. And in this video, I really just wanted to take it one step at a time and just break down this new event shop and what the best deals are going to be. Because with this limited currency that we have here, you really want to make sure that you spend it on the best things first and the things that are going to end up giving you the most value. So what I actually did prior to making this video is I kind of went through and did a little bit of math on how valuable a lot of this stuff is in this event shop and how many of these new event currency it actually costs, and basically, you know, how much value you're going to end up getting for buying a lot of these items and which things are going to be best to buy first. So let's kind of do a breakdown here. And we've got in the special sales tab, we've got the rare engravings and we've got epic engravings. In the honing materials tab, of course, you've got all the different types of honing materials. But what I wanted to start off here is actually a lot of items that are going to be in the third tab here, because the prices are going to be really, really cheap. And these items are going to be super invaluable for your account and your progression. And that's going to be the exchange tab. And the first couple of items that I wanted to highlight that you absolutely want to consider buying first before anything else are going to end up being these sailing coin selection chests and these blood claws glittering coins, as well as these Una's daily +1 instant use tokens. Not the one above it. You can also buy that one if you want. They're only 10 coins each, but this one here is very important for another reason. And of course, let's start off with these pirate chests, because for just 10 of this new event currency here, you can end up getting a chest that's going to let you choose from 500 of the various different types of pirate coins. And that is a very cheap price, absolutely worth it. You can only end up getting a roster limit of 12 of these per week, so just 120 coins in order to max these out. Absolutely worth it. This one's going to end up giving you 500 pirate coins, just regular pirate coins for 10 of this event currency. And then really importantly, the reason why I say this Una's daily task +1 use token is actually really useful is what you can actually do with these tokens is once you've actually completed your Una's tasks for the day, you can actually end up using these to go past your limit of 3. And if you're looking to end up getting like more leap stones, for example, you can end up using one of those tokens to just, for example, say get, you know, like 5 more leap stones. Or for me, I guess it would be 4 more. Like, I could end up using one of those tokens and then end up completing one of these quests. And basically, the short version is one of those tokens is going to get me 4 extra leap stones. So they're super, super useful if you actually know how to use them correctly. Definitely going to be worth it. So those 3 things are absolutely at the top of the list of things you want to buy. Now let's actually move into the next thing that I want to talk about, which is all the various stuff in the honing materials, because there's so much stuff. It's so overwhelming, and I actually went through, I already did the math here on a lot of these items and how valuable or how much the returns are going to be. Like how much gold per one of these event currencies are you going to end up getting by buying a lot of this stuff. Now, keep in mind that these materials here are bound, so it's not like you can buy these and then sell them on the market. But if you're going to end up using them for your own account progress, you still want to get the best deals that you possibly can. So let's start off with the first one, and by far the best deal that you're going to get is on these tier 3 solar graces, solar blessings, and solar protections. They have the best returns for, you know, how much gold and value you're going to get for spending each of these Arkesia event coins. And just for example, like the Solar Grace, when you actually buy one of these, you can only get one of them per week. But for 50 of this event currency, you actually end up getting 30 of these Solar Graces. And if you take a look at what Solar Graces are currently on the market right now, you can see that they're like 80, 90, 100 gold each. And you get 30 of them for just buying that pack once for 50 of the event coins. So you're going to end up getting a return of something like 50 to 60 gold per event currency. Now, again, you can't sell them, so you can't end up putting them on the market, but still, if you're in tier 3, you're going to be using these like crazy in order to progress and upgrade your gear. So definitely one of the first things you should buy are going to be these solar graces, these solar blessings, and these solar protections, which all have a value of above 30 gold per event currency, which is really, really good. And you'll see why that's really good as I kind of move into a lot of the other stuff that I'm going to end up talking about here. Now, let's talk about the leap stones as well, because that's going to be kind of early on in the front page here. Absolutely worth it. The honor leap stones, 100% worth it here. If you end up buying the honor leap stones, they're going to end up giving you a value of about 20 to 25 gold per event currency, which is still at the top of the list here. Definitely worth it. Even the life leap stones here, if you're still in tier 2 and you're short on these, this is a very big limiting material here in tier 2. It's still absolutely worth it because those tier 2 life leap stones are still going to end up giving you a value of about 10 to 12 gold per event currency, which is still very good. I mean, not as good as those solar protections, but you can only buy one of these per week. So still, if you need them, absolutely 100% going to be worth it. And I'll also talk about the shard bags. The only shard bag that I would really recommend, I mean, if you need them, go ahead and buy it. At the end of the day, whatever's going to be most important for your account progression is good for you. But these Harmony shard bags are very, very good value. If you still look at the market, you can see Harmony shards are still very, very expensive on the market here. And so if you are still in tier 1 and you need these, absolutely it's going to be worth it. You're going to end up getting a value of almost 30 gold per event currency per one of these Arkesia event coins if you end up using them to buy Harmony shard bags. So absolutely 100% worth it. All right, next up, let's talk about the actual stones for enhancing or for honing, I guess, like these, destruction stones and these guardian stones. I'd probably end up staying away from the tier 1 ones, but if you need tier 1 stones and you don't want to end up buying them off the market, I guess it's better to buy them here than off the market. But the tier 3 materials are pretty darn good value, and I actually have it here. If you end up buying the tier 3 guardian stones, like this bundle right here, you're going to end up getting a value of about 8 to 9 gold per event currency for each one of these Arkesia event coins. So it's good. It's not as good as some of the other stuff that I mentioned, but still, you're going to need so many of these to progress your gear. If you bought out everything else in this list so far, it's absolutely worth it. Now, the destruction stones are actually not as good value because just like a lot of other vendors in this game, when it comes to the weapon stones, the bundles actually end up giving you less. You can see that like this bundle gives 90, and then this bundle actually only gives 30. So you get way less of them per bundle. So you're only going to end up getting a value of about 3 to 4 gold per event currency. So I would probably not put this at the top of your list. But, if you've bought everything else that I've mentioned here and you still have leftover event coins, it's, better than a lot of other stuff. What I will say, though, the tier 2 stones are actually really good, surprisingly, compared to the tier 3 stones, because you end up getting more of them per bundle. You can see you get 150 per bundle instead of 90, and the price goes down from 100 coins per bundle down to 40. So you get some super good value on these tier 2 guardian stones, and if you actually buy these and you still need them to progress your tier 2 gear, you're actually getting a value of 8 to 9 gold per event coin, which is pretty good. Anything that's like 10 gold per event coin is a really good value, and you should really consider buying it. So super, super good. The destruction stones are, of course, not going to be good. I would probably actually stay away from the tier 2 destruction stones because, once again, the bundles are way, way smaller, and tier 2 destruction stones are actually cheaper than the guardian stones by quite a bit. So you're only going to get a value of like 1 gold per Arkesia event coin, which is really all not too great, unfortunately. So that's all of the destruction stones, the guardian stones. We've talked about the leap stones. We've talked about the solar graces, blessings, protection. The one thing that I haven't really gone over too much here is actually going to end up being the stuff in the special sales, and it's going to be these engraving books. And if you're actually wondering why I have an engraving book in my inventory, I wanted to do a test here if you could actually end up selling these on the market, and you can. So everything else that I've talked about here, this is all bound stuff. You cannot end up selling this on the market, but these engravings, I actually ended up buying this one right here. You can see I'm at 3 out of 4, and I have it in my inventory, and if I want to, I can actually end up listing this on the market. So this stuff here is potential to end up making gold here, and the epic class engravings and the epic combat engravings, you could see that each of these has a limit of 4 per week, so you can't go too hard on these, but you can still get 4 of these each week, and you're going to get a value of about 10 gold per coin, and you can end up actually selling this on the market. So if you actually need the gold, this stuff is going to take priority compared to the other stuff, which you can't end up selling. But the other stuff for your account is still going to end up giving you a better value. It's just that you can't end up selling it. So about 10 gold per event currency. And these ones are also about 10 gold per event currency. I would probably stay away from the rare class and rare combat engravings. These are not going to give you nearly as good value here. And I guess for the hat chest, it's bound. So if you really want the hat chest, I can't really tell you to get it or not to get it because this is cosmetic, so it's really going to be up to you. Now, a couple of items that I haven't really mentioned that I would probably, not necessarily put at the top of your list, like these are good, don't get me wrong, the Phaons are good, but at 20 coins per one singular Phaon, that's pretty expensive, and Phaons are currently worth about 100 gold each, so if you buy the Phaons, you're getting a value of about 5-ish gold per Arkesia coin, so it's not bad, don't get me wrong, if you need Phaons, you can still end up buying these, but it's not as good value as a lot of the other stuff that I've talked about here. The card packs, I would definitely consider buying this legendary card pack at some point. You can only end up getting one of these, weekly roster limit of one for 250 coins. It's a guaranteed legendary card. Kind of hard to put an exact value on this, but if you bought a lot of the other stuff that I've actually talked about in this list, I would definitely say that it is worth it. So anyway, I've pretty much covered most, if not all, the stuff in this shop here, the values of it, what I consider buying first and whatnot. So I think I'm going to end up leaving it here in this video. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed and that it helped out. And if you did enjoy it, it helped out, consider leaving a quick like, consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this in the future, and feel free to check out the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/salt, where I'll be streaming Lost Ark as well as other games. Thanks again, everyone. Take care, and until next time.